We explore the lives of 23 remarkable celebrities born with disabilities. Despite the challenges they faced from birth, these individuals have achieved incredible success and have inspired millions worldwide. Their stories are about overcoming adversity and changing perceptions, and proving that a disability does not define a person's potential. Tom Cruise. One of Hollywood's most iconic and successful actors, was born on July 3, 1962, in Syracuse, New York. Early in life, Cruz was diagnosed with dyslexia, a learning disability that makes reading and processing written information challenging. Growing up, Cruz struggled in school due to his dyslexia, often feeling frustrated and misunderstood. However, rather than letting this challenge hold him back, Cruz channeled his energy into acting, where he could express himself in ways that did not rely on reading or writing. Cruz's breakthrough came in 1983 with his role in Risky Business, which catapulted him to stardom. Over the next few decades, he became one of the most recognizable faces in Hollywood, starring in blockbuster films such as Top Gun, Rain Man, Mission Impossible, and Jerry Maguire. Despite the challenges posed by dyslexia, Cruz developed techniques to memorize his lines and navigate scripts, allowing him to deliver powerful performances consistently. Cruz has been open about his struggles with dyslexia, crediting his involvement with the Church of Scientology for helping him overcome some of the difficulties associated with the condition. He has used his platform to raise awareness about dyslexia and has become an advocate for others with learning disabilities, emphasizing that such challenges do not have to define or limit a person's potential. Marley Matlin was born on August 24, 1965 in Morton Grove, Illinois. At just 18 months old, she lost nearly all of her hearing due to illness and high fevers, retaining only about 20% hearing in her left ear. Despite growing up in a world largely inaccessible to the deaf, Marley's love for acting blossomed early on, performing in a children's theater group by the age of 7. Her breakthrough came with the 1986 film Children of a Lesser God, where she played a deaf woman, a role that won her the Academy Award for Best Actress at just 21 years old, the youngest actress ever to win in this category. Matlin's success opened doors not just for herself, but for many in the deaf community, showing Hollywood that deaf actors could lead major films. Beyond acting, Marley has become a passionate advocate for deaf rights and disability awareness, working with organizations like the National Association of the Deaf and speaking out on issues like accessibility and representation in media. Matlin has also written several books, including her autobiography, I'll Scream Later, where she details her journey through Hollywood as a deaf actress. Daniel Radcliffe was born on July 23, 1989 in London, England. He was diagnosed with dyspraxia, a neurological disorder that affects movement and coordination. For Radcliffe, this manifested in difficulties with fine motor skills, such as tying his shoelaces and handwriting. Despite these challenges, Radcliffe developed a passion for acting at a young age. Radcliffe's life changed forever when he was cast as Harry Potter at the age of 11. The success of the Harry Potter series catapulted him to international fame. Despite the pressures of fame and the challenges posed by his dyspraxia, Radcliffe continued to work tirelessly, honing his craft as an actor. After the Harry Potter series ended, Radcliffe sought to establish himself as a versatile actor, taking on diverse roles in films like The Woman in Black and Swiss Army Man, as well as in theater productions like Equus and The Cripple of Inishmaan. Radcliffe has been open about his dyspraxia and the impact it has had on his life, encouraging others with the condition to pursue their passions. He has spoken about the importance of finding what you love and not letting your limitations define you. Peter Dinklage was born on June 11, 1969 in Morristown, New Jersey. He was born with achondroplasia, a form of dwarfism that results in short stature and disproportionate limb length. Despite his disability, Dinklage developed a passion for acting at a young age and pursued it as a career. Dinklage's big break came in 2003 when he starred in the film The Station Agent, a role that earned him critical acclaim and several award nominations. However, it was his role as Tyrion Lannister in the hit HBO series Game of Thrones that brought him international fame. Dinklage's portrayal of Tyrion, a witty and cunning character who navigates the treacherous world of Westeros, earned him 4 Primetime Emmy Awards and a Golden Globe Award. Throughout his career, Dinklage has been an advocate for people with disabilities, particularly those with dwarfism. He has spoken out against the use of derogatory terms and stereotypes in the entertainment industry and has worked to raise awareness about the challenges faced by people with dwarfism. R.J. Millie was born on August 21, 1992, in Jackson, Mississippi. Diagnosed with cerebral palsy at a young age, R.J. experienced difficulties with motor skills and balance. Unlike many others with the condition, Millie didn't undergo extensive surgeries and instead learned to manage his symptoms through sports and physical therapy, which helped him develop the strength to walk without assistance. R.J. Millie rose to fame with his role as Walter White Jr., a character with cerebral palsy, on the critically acclaimed TV show Breaking Bad. Millie's portrayal was groundbreaking because it was one of the few instances where an actor with a disability played a character with the same condition. Since Breaking Bad, Millie has used his fame to advocate for people with disabilities, particularly in the entertainment industry. He has worked with organizations like United Cerebral Palsy and has been vocal about the need for more roles for actors with disabilities. Millie's work extends beyond acting. He is also a producer and model, showing that his talents are multifaceted and his impact widespread. Andrea Bocelli was born on September 22, 1958 in Lajatico, Italy. Diagnosed with congenital glaucoma as an infant, Bocelli's vision was severely limited from birth. Despite this, his parents encouraged his interest in music, and he began taking piano lessons at the age of 6. Music became a refuge for Bocelli, particularly after a soccer accident at the age of 12 caused him to lose his remaining vision completely. Despite his blindness, Bocelli's passion for music never wavered. He learned to play multiple instruments, including the flute, saxophone, and drums, and pursued a career in opera. Bocelli's big break came in 1992 when Italian rock star Zucchero held auditions for tenors to record a demo of the song Miserere to be sent to Luciano Pavarotti. Pavarotti was so impressed with Bocelli's voice that he encouraged Zucchero to use Bocelli instead of him for the song's recording. This led to Bocelli's rise in the music world, and he has since become one of the most famous classical crossover tenors in the world. He has sold over 90 million records worldwide and performed for 4 U.S. presidents, 2 popes, and the British royal family. Stevie Wonder. Born Steve Lan Hardaway Judkins on May 13, 1950 in Saginaw, Michigan, was born 6 weeks premature. This resulted in retinopathy of prematurity, ROP, a condition where the growth of the eyes is aborted and causes the retinas to detach, leading to blindness. Despite this, Wonder showed an early aptitude for music. By the age of 8, he had already mastered several instruments, including the piano, harmonica, and drums. His prodigious talent caught the attention of Ronnie White of the Miracles, who introduced him to Motown's Berry Gordy. Wonder signed with Motown's Tamla label at just 11 years old, and his first major hit, Fingertips, came when he was only 13. His success continued to grow throughout the 1960s and 1970s, with hits like Superstition, Sir Duke, and Isn't She Lovely? Wonder's music transcended genres, blending elements of R&B, soul, funk, and pop, and he became a pioneer in the use of synthesizers and electronic instruments in popular music. Nick Vuicich was born on December 4, 1982 in Melbourne, Australia, with tetra amelia syndrome, a rare disorder characterized by the absence of all 4 limbs. The condition left Vuicich with only a small foot on his left side, but his parents encouraged him to lead as normal a life as possible. Despite being bullied and struggling with depression as a child, Vuicich found strength in his faith and decided to turn his challenges into opportunities to inspire others. Vuicich founded the non-profit organization Life Without Limbs and has traveled to over 70 countries delivering motivational speeches to millions of people. His messages focus on the power of faith, resilience, and the belief that anything is possible. In addition to speaking, Vuicich is an author of several books, including Life Without Limits and Unstoppable, where he shares his experiences and insights on overcoming adversity. Warwick Davis was born on February 3, 1970 in Epsom, Surrey, England, with spondyloepiphyseal dysplasia congenita, a rare form of dwarfism that affects bone growth. Standing at just 3 feet 6 inches, Davis found his way into acting when he was cast as an Ewok in Star Wars: Return of the Jedi at the age of 11. His big break came when George Lucas created the role of Wicket specifically for him after the original actor fell ill. Davis's performance in Return of the Jedi was so well received that it led to further roles, including the title character in the Willow series and Professor Flitwick in the Harry Potter films. Davis's ability to bring charm and depth to his characters has made him a beloved figure in both the Star Wars and Harry Potter franchises, among others. Beyond his acting career, Warwick Davis has been a vocal advocate for people with dwarfism and other disabilities. He founded the charity Little People UK, which supports individuals with dwarfism and their families, providing resources, support, and advocacy. Frida Kahlo was born on July 6, 1907 in Coyoacán, Mexico City, Mexico. From birth, Kahlo faced significant health challenges. She was born with spina bifida, a condition that affects the development of the spinal column, leading to chronic pain and weakness in her legs. At the age of 6, she contracted polio, which left her with a limp due to the atrophy of her right leg. Despite her physical struggles, Kahlo had a vibrant spirit and a deep passion for art. She originally aspired to be a doctor, but a severe bus accident at the age of 18 left her with multiple fractures in her spine and pelvis, forcing her to abandon her medical studies. During her long recovery, Kahlo turned to painting, using her art as a means to express her pain and identity. Kahlo's work is characterized by its vivid colors and stark depictions of the human body, often reflecting her own suffering and resilience. Her paintings, such as the two Fridas in Self-Portrait, with Thorn Necklace and Hummingbird, are celebrated for their raw emotional power and have made her an icon of feminist art. Kahlo's work also explored themes of Mexican identity, often incorporating symbols from indigenous Mexican culture. Chris Burke was born on August 26, 1965 in Point Lookout, New York, with Down syndrome, a genetic condition that causes developmental and intellectual delays. Growing up in an era when people with Down syndrome were often institutionalized, Burke's parents refused to follow conventional advice and instead raised him at home, encouraging him to pursue his interests. Burke's love for acting emerged early, and he pursued it with determination. His big break came in 1989 when he was cast as Corky Thatcher in the TV show Life Goes On. Burke's role as Corky, a character with Down syndrome, was groundbreaking. It was one of the first times a person with Down syndrome was featured in a lead role on a major television show. The series ran for 4 seasons, and Burke's performance was widely praised for its authenticity and warmth. After Life Goes On, Burke continued to work in television and became a motivational speaker, advocating for people with disabilities. He has worked with organizations like the National Down Syndrome Society and Best Buddies International, helping to raise awareness and promote inclusion. Millie Bobby Brown was born on February 19, 2004, in Marbella, Spain. She was born partially deaf in one ear, and over time, she lost all hearing in that ear. Despite this, Brown developed a love for acting and pursued it with determination. Her breakthrough came at the age of 12 when she was cast as Eleven in the hit Netflix series Stranger Things. Brown's portrayal of Eleven, a girl with telekinetic abilities, received widespread acclaim and made her a household name. Despite her hearing loss, Brown has delivered powerful performances, relying on her instincts and the guidance of her directors. She has spoken openly about her hearing loss and how it hasn't deterred her from pursuing her dreams. Beyond Stranger Things, Brown has appeared in films like Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and its sequel, Godzilla vs. Kong. She has also launched her own beauty brand, Florence by Mills, and has been involved in various philanthropic efforts, including serving as a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador.